It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
And coming up, we'll see the electric Jayden Daniels.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Commanders and the Lions on Sunday night primetime.
While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this primetime contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward. And Brock, now that we're into the November portion of our season, we've got a pretty good picture of who both of these teams, at least who we expect these teams to be from here on out.
Yeah, no question about it, Keith. They're through the opening rounds if this is a boxing match, right? In this season-long fight. Early issues been worked through, at least you hope so. And this is where they have to be in that groove as we push through the heart of the season. Any team with hopes beyond Week 18, they got to be figured out. Got to figure out who they are and what they are right now. Their biggest strengths and their most glaring weaknesses. In this game, it's about emphasizing those strengths, hiding those weaknesses, and playing some winning football.
The punter Tress Way set to get this one started. And the nightcap to a busy Sunday has begun. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. They're led out by someone who's fought through the doubters all through his career, and he just keeps putting up numbers. Jared Goff.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 39.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now following the play, pretty quick stoppage. This is going to be for an injury, and oh boy. Sam Laporta, the one in some pain, he's being checked on. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll send their tight end right. They go play action with Goff. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Benjamin St-Juste picks it off. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Daniels from the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's out a yard or two shy of the 15. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Setting up the running back screen. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. It takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Even the best kickers on earth, they'll miss one every once in a while, and it stinks. I guarantee you he wants that one back. But all he can do now is push forward. Short memory, best kickers always have, and convert the next time around. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. He gets this one to Peoples-Jones. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Through 1 quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're back to Ford Field right after this. On comes Jack Fox to handle the 4th down punt for the Lions. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Commanders will go on offense. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Motioning him from the slot right. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, it's Daniels. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Out of the gun, Daniels. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Finds Laporta. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Off play action, Goff. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Goff on 1st and 10. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Coverage by Mikey Sanderskill.
Throwing again, it's gone. Throwing deep for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Commanders are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Really gay there on the tackle. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this third down is unsuccessful. Here's Daniels. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. The Commanders ready for the punt. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's scored as a 51-yard punt. And the Lions more than happy to take over in enemy territory. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Laporta with the grab. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. It's the Lions who have first and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. This is hauled in by Peoples-Jones. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Goff now, third and long. He finds Laporta. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. The kick by Folk is good. And that will get them on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Return lanes don't open for him. He stops shy of the 15. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. So that clock's going to run as he takes a knee. We'll see if the defense wants to burn a timeout and preserve some of it. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. J.J. McCarthy leading the way again as his guys run their mark to 8-1. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head over to Green Bay to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Jordan Love leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And one final game to highlight. We wrap things up on Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the LA Chargers and the Denver Broncos. if you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far. These two teams making their final adjustment for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Huard.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Return coming from the 6. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for them. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Play stopped by Damone Clark. And the Lions into a nickel set for third down. To throw, Daniels. Dumps it off to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. When I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. So no return on that punt. And the Lions will go on offense. First down throw from Goff. This is complete to Gibbs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
On first down, it's Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Emmanuel Forbes in on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They go play action with Goff. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Goff on third. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
An 8-yard loss brings up fourth down.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And they're going to need to go the length of the field to attack that deficit after the punt sets them all the way back to the 1-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Through the defense, he's past the 20. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
It's taken in by Eckler. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. That play good for 17 and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Alex Anzalone there on the stop. gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, look, in the right situation, you catch a team off guard, well, this could be a tremendous play for some big yards. But in the wrong situation, you get hit in the mouth right behind the line of scrimmage.
Got his target, Zacchaeus. And he works this to the 38 before going down. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Only a yard on the play, and that takes us to the end of quarter number 3. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another one for Gibbs. And another stop along the line. Defense with a great couple of back-to-back reps. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. From the gun, Goff. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return.
In punt formation for the Lions.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. Here's a give to Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Play fake here, Daniels. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Complete, it's McLaurin. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 31. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They get 6 and a 1st down as well. New set of downs for him at the 38. Handoff now to Robinson. Along the sideline past midfield. And he heads out of bounds. Great pickup on that run. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A toss now to Robinson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Setting up the screen. He's got it in the red zone. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he has a gain of 4 on the run, which runs us up to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 coming up here. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after running this to the 8. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. Looking to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And that's a Washington touchdown. A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. A field goal does not tie it now. The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. He fields it from the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. I'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Caden. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
He'll look to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Pass taken in by St. Brown. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To throw. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Setting up to pass. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Here he is to throw. St. Brown's got it. Complete. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Lions the 1st. Throwing again, it's Goff. Dumped off to his running back.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Throwing now. Throw left side, and St. Brown has it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on fourth down. Now to throw. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Commanders breaking out the victory formation here as he goes to a knee. A timeout taken here by the Lions. That's their third. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So it's a win on the road for the Commanders.